Testing. I can see it. Hello, everyone. It's late, but we are here. This is the post-rally post-show, live from our Airbnb in Pittsburgh. And I'm Steve.
Micah.
I'm Liz.
You don't see me very much.
Good to see everyone.
We're tired. Liz is being a trooper, even showing up because she was having a bit of a headache issue, but she wanted to come on for a few minutes or 2 seconds or whatever and just say hello.
I did. Nothing to be worried about. I've gotten migraines for a long time, and these rallies are just like the perfect recipe. It's almost guaranteed every time. So I'm just going to sit here for a few minutes and read the screen, and once it gets bad, I'm going to take off.
Liz, before you take off, can you really quickly, you don't have to say how you got there.
I'm sorry.
But just, Liz, you got to see like the room where the president like hangs out before the rally. Is there anything you could say about that without revealing secrets or anything?
It's a lot nicer than where we were.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess that's just where they keep, the VIP people. I needed to use the restroom, and someone was nice to take me. Felt bad for me, and I didn't want to support her body, so I ended up in a really cool area, and I got to see the plane with it was actually right behind the hangar, so where the motorcades were getting on the plane to be flown back.
Not 747. That was the cargo plane.
So President Trump, did he take a helicopter?
I thought he was on Marine One, but the guy told me that he was on a 747.
So wait, explain to me, was the motorcade, did the motorcade literally get on the plane?
On a plane.
A different plane.
So
not on the Air Force One.
So the cars in the motorcade, the president's motorcade,
It probably got on a C5.
get on a cargo plane.
So I can actually talk a little about this because we actually learned about a little bit of this in my officer training, because we had to do basically we had to learn about all the different branches and stuff. There's actually a division. There's a base here, the Air Support Wing. That's actually part of it. Basically, they do a lot of shipping, but they do everything. There's a small division that does government, so specifically for not just military, but specifically for like the president and executives, congressmen, stuff like that. They do all the 757s, 747s, all the executive jets, all the congressmen and senators, vice president, all they fly them all, they maintain them all, everything like that. And they actually have Air Force One's a 747, but there's also they have a quote unquote support wing of it, where they have big like C5 Galaxies, C-130s and stuff that transport other stuff. So C5 Galaxies is probably what you saw. Would they have 4 engines?
She might know.
No, I do, because I had a conversation.
Oh.
So like I have pretty bad vision, so like the guy who took me out there, I was looking at it, it's like across the thing, and I was like, what is that? Because to me it just looked like 2. It had 2, I guess, on each side, 2 engines.
Was it
because I looked
was
at
it a prop, or was it?
like a
Okay, it was a C5 Galaxy then.
Because I looked like a window, and I was like, what is that? And he's like, that's the engine. I was like,
yeah.
My brain's not working, so sorry.
So you saw the cars drive onto the
They had just gotten on.
And the president had already left when you saw it?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's that.
Okay.
Yeah, he flies up.
But you saw the motorcade leave by driving on, but you saw the motorcade already got on the plane. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, I had no idea that I always wondered how they got all those cars there for Secret Service. I just, for some reason, didn't think that they're just going to drive them on a plane.
They do that with other countries, too, when he visits other countries, right?
They
bring the motorcade.
fly lots of C5s, and they take all of them. Yep, they take them.
Hey, thank you for Techno Beats 79 made a donation to us and said, I love America MAGA. Thank you. So we appreciate all of you watching our coverage today and being in the chat room and staying up for with us for this chat. And what else? All the moderators, thank you. Who's there moderating now? JC is there right now. JC might be the only one still up. Thank you, JC, and all the other moderators. And thank you to those of you who donated today. That's really nice of you. That'll allow us to go cover the next rally, so we really appreciate that. So thank you. If you want to donate, you know how to do it. Click the bottom of at the bottom of the YouTube chat, click the $sign, or go to rsbn.tv/donate. So we are here, even though we're tired and we got to get up early for a flight and we're going to lose an hour of sleep. We did want to come on and do a chat. So if you have questions about the rally or anything, feel free to throw it out there. And Frank Barrett,
technical stuff, since I'm here.
Yeah, Becca's here for technical stuff. And if you have headache questions, you can ask Liz, because she'll know all about that. And Frank Barrett made a donation of $20 and said, "Great job, guys." Thank you.
Frank. So
let's see. We're gonna look it up. We're looking at the chat room. We're not ignoring you.
Cindy, she wasn't available this weekend. There's no leading it.
Cindy said that the red hair lady leave right side. It's Margaret. No, she did not leave right side. You want to read this one, or do you not want to read?
How much money did you spend to come to the rally? My granddad donated $20, but I wanted to help more.
That's nice. Hello Kitty Big Fun gave us a donation.
Thank you. Your grandfather.
I'm not sure the exact amount, but it gets expensive
because we have
really
to
fast.
Plane tickets, place to stay. We have to rent a unit to be able to get the signal out. So there's a lot of different expenses that happen.
It gets into the grands, multiple.
Oh, easily.
So I mean. Yeah,
thanks to you, we can do it. Mike Ferguson says your guys' coverage and interviews are the best gym around. Thank you, Mike. That's very nice of you.
Scott was very good today in the interview. He's very well spoken.
He's so easy to interview. You just give him a microphone and he takes it away.
I don't know if Tom O'Neill's watching, but he did a great job.
Yes,
he brought over some people to be interviewed with us today, so he was really helpful. So thank you again, Tom. Oh, Eric says that Joe said he's tweaking the video for high quality when you get it back to Alabama.
Well, the way it works, Eric, so we always record straight to cards, solid state cards that we have. When we're live streaming out, we're also recording it because we know, especially in situations like today, it's not going to be the greatest quality going out, and that's just the nature of the business. Can't afford a giant satellite truck, right, shooting it up in space and everything. So we do with what we got, and we didn't have internet provided there. We couldn't purchase that.
No internet.
So we had to just use the live view unit, which is good when there's not, several thousand people there all using their phones at once. But basically we record everything at the same time so that when we get back to our studio, we can take that footage and actually put that on there, and it'll be full 1080 HD video and everything like that. Just like you watched, but high quality.
By the way, CG says, Micah, Stephen, Liz, you guys are also real and genuine. What a blessing. Thanks for all your hard work. Thank you, CG.
Techno Beats, you're not wrong. They actually, I saw this, first time I've ever seen it. Fox News was using a live view unit, which blew my mind. Usually they're running fiber optic cable out to their SAT trucks. NBC, they didn't have a SAT. None of the major networks had SAT trucks there. It blew my mind. I'm not exactly sure what the situation was. Maybe it's because it's right there at the airport and there's a military base right there. I'm not sure the exact situation, but they weren't able to use their SAT trucks. And so they were able to use it, but they were using a different method since they don't have to worry about being live the entire time. They weren't
live the entire time.
They were just doing bits and pieces. And the only ones you probably saw live, if they showed it live, I'm not sure if they did or not, but there was a pool camera there.
Liz, read that one, by the way.
And Shadows and Dust said to go eat at Primanti Brothers.
And it's coincidental that he said that. Why? Or she said that. Why?
Because we ate there for lunch.
We ate at Primanti Brothers for lunch. I had a burger.
I made them eat there.
You had a big sandwich.
I did.
And they gave it to you free because it came late.
Yeah.
You had which chicken? The buffalo chicken?
Buffalo chicken sandwich.
What did you have?
Chicken wings. You
had some wings? How'd you like your wings? You like them, right?
They're okay.
So Primanti Brothers, we ate there. He says Fox News, P-Cell says Fox News feed was like an 11-second delay.
Which would make sense based on the technology, because there's two methods, and I won't get into it, but there's ways of making it higher quality, but the issue, you're gonna run into other issues. And depending on what you're doing, since we do it like no one else does it, and so we can't really do it the way they do it. That makes sense. Because we're so engaged with the audience and doing interviews and all that kind of stuff, it kind of limits what we can do.
R3D3 asked if the Gab RSBN account was active. I know nothing about it. It's probably a Jake question.
Yeah.
So Jake, if you're listening, you can chime in about that. Let's see here. What else? Cindy Somerville, thank you for the donation. We appreciate it. Thanks, Cindy.
Thank you.
Let's see. Alex Collet says Liz needs to sleep.
I do. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, Liz wasn't even come on. She actually made a big effort to actually even come on, so we really appreciate her showing up.
Liz ran out of pot.
She's having a migraine, but she wanted to come on and say goodnight to you guys.
Comment for you, John Mullins. Okay, thank you guys for watching. And
we're going to still stay here for a second.
Yeah.
But Liz has to go to bed.
Okay, I'm gonna lay down. I may not fall asleep. We get a lot of like adrenaline at these things, so it's kind of hard to fall asleep after, no matter how exhausted you are. It's crazy, at least for me. Little Lord Fauntleroy
made a donation and said,
"My stomach hurts because there's too much roast beef in it. When's the next rally? Yes, good morning, how are you?" That is the most random. Good morning. Where are you from? Where it's morning time?
I don't know when the next rally is.
We don't know when the next one is. We'll see when they have it.
Okay, good night, everyone.
Thank you, Liz, for coming on the chat.
If you have important questions, tell one of them to text me, and I'll be downstairs hiding under a blanket.
So, Liz, just assume you have to wake up at a certain time.
Oh, gosh. I'm going to set my alarm for 7, and I'll be ready by like 8.
Oh, we'll leave that a little after that.
Yeah, I know. I'm just...
All right.
Can I answer just one question I saw earlier?
You can answer whatever you want.
Brainstorm asked, how can others break into this field? Can you give us tips?
What field is this?
Don't do it.
In media.
Okay.
It's first of all, it's very difficult. Very difficult.
Because a lot of people want to do it.
And I wouldn't even say we've broken into the field as much as we are on the fringe of it.
Yeah, we're very on the fringe.
It's extremely difficult. It's very exclusive when it comes to some things, and you kind of have to figure it out on your own. You don't really get help anywhere.
I mean, I would say if you want to do media, like a lot of things, just go meet people who do it. Take an internship if you have to, because so many people want to do it. There's people who are willing to work for nothing, and a lot of these jobs, they hire people they know. So you really need to just get to know people who do it, and you might have to like work a very low paying job or be an intern or something, or start out at some
local place somewhere.
Yep.
Work your way up there. Work there a couple of years. Get to know a lot of people. Make those connections. Network. And that's the only way you're going to be able to go anywhere.
Thank you, Little Lord Fauntleroy, who made another donation. I hope this isn't a mistake. It said, "When's the next rally?" So we think. I mean, he usually has around one a month. As we get into election season, he might have more. So, but for right now, we don't know. But I mean, I would assume, because the primaries are going to start happening. So I think he's going to probably go around the country maybe and start working at like tonight he was there to support Saccone. So I think he'll be supporting other candidates, I think.
201 Savage, yes, live feed wasn't available. Sometimes that happens when our signal drops too far. There'll be a problem with the RTMP stream that's shooting up. So sometimes that happens if you refresh the page, what showed up, but that can happen sometimes. And D-Man, I'm in videography, obviously. I do that on the side as a business. It's a lot of fun.
Little Lord Fauntleroy made another donation and said, "Hello. Thank you, Little Lord Fauntleroy. It's very nice of you. We really appreciate it." Did you read this one from 21 Savage? YouTube said this live feed wasn't available. Okay. And Little Lord Fauntleroy said, "The rally video is not available to the public. It makes me sign in to view it." Joe Seals, do you know anything about the rally view not being able to available to the public and making you sign in to view it?
Well, YouTube doesn't have the option where you have to sign in to view it. It's either public, unlisted, or private.
No, but I feel like sometimes like it's like a mature video or something that you sign in.
That's true, yeah. That is
so
true.
Maybe they have it listed as a mature video.
They probably have it listed as restricted.
They mess with our videos so much, it's terrible. It's disgusting.
Yeah, it's saying for mature audiences only. Yep, Joe just texted me. So they have in restricted mode. So it's basically an option on YouTube where they can basically restrict it, saying, "Oh, it's only for mature audiences," and it really cuts into the viewers because no one outside of YouTube, if you don't have an account and you're verified to be at least 18 years old, then you actually can't watch it. So,
Joe, will you please tweet about that, Joe? While we're on, just tweet how stupid it is. That would be good.
So you're correct. That's part of what people call shadow banning, because things that aren't actually mature get listed as it, and it kind of cuts out part of your audience that don't want to have a Google or YouTube account.
They stink. JC says YouTube sucks. JC, I agree.
How quickly did YouTube remove monetization for your live stream? Before it began, a week before.
Before it began, when we created the event for the live stream a week before, they removed it. Oh, and this live stream has already been marked as not friendly for advertising.
And it's just us talking, and apparently this is not friendly. We're not friendly to advertisers.
Not advertiser friendly.
Oh gosh, maybe that's true. Maybe that's true.
Jack LeBeau says, "Thanks for everything you do. Appreciate it a lot. Thank you, Jack." Why can't I see? Okay, there we go. Sorry. Maybe I should hold it this way. That's better. Let's see here.
Maybe brainstorm, maybe.
Norway says he's going to watch tomorrow. Hi, Norway. A couple of you were saying C-SPAN didn't even air the rally.
Well, they may not have had rights to.
That's true.
Because it gets really... So C-SPAN focuses on government, and this wasn't a rally for the President Trump. This wasn't a President Trump rally.
Right, he was campaigning.
It was a campaign rally for Rick.
But they do show campaign rallies stuff once in a while. I feel like. I don't know.
I don't recall C-SPAN ever showing campaign rallies, though. They always show his speeches, his official speeches, but I don't think they show.
I don't know.
The rallies. I've never seen C-SPAN there, at least. Unless they're picking up the pool feed.
DM says, "You're great. We all love RSBN and you guys. Best days are our rally days. Thank you for all you do." Thank you, DM. Mr. Jermashir said, "YouTube did this to the Vegas cabbie video days after to limit the views." I remember seeing that video. Thank you, Anon24. So, you know, by the way, interesting thing, I believe that a bunch of people didn't get into the rally today because the rally was starting to fill up around like 5:30 or something. And I talked to a guy who told me he got in at 6 and it was pretty much full when he got in, and there were tons of people outside, he said, behind him. So I think a lot of people didn't get in.
The claim that Trump claimed that several thousand were turned away, I could see, I don't know about several, like 3 or whatever. I could see maybe 1,500, maybe 2,000 people were turned away. Because I know there was a lot that were lined up.
And a lot of people like usually show up right before. P-Cell made a donation and said, "Great job, guys. Steve, check your Twitter inbox for a surprise."
Oh, no.
I don't know about that, P-Cell.
Oh, no.
Do I need to wear gloves when I check my Twitter inbox? P-Cell, thank you, P-Cell.
Kids remain. I think Vimeo is the most promising there.
What is it?
Vimeo, whatever. They're doing a live stream beta test right now.
So, oh, really?
Yeah.
Like an alternate to YouTube?
Mm-hmm. And it's going to have advertising and everything.
Oh, good.
That's nice. I can't remember the percentage, but it's more than
maybe YouTube. Amazon will do it one day, although that might not be much better. Jabbery, we're actually not in a hotel. We're in an Airbnb. Hello, Hillbilly Nitro. Thank you, Barry H. Thank you, Cindy Lopez.
House packed was inside of the airplane hangar. It was jam-packed. I mean, it was wall to wall. You can look at when I pan the ground, there's no room. The only room was inside of the media area.
It was pretty crowded in there. People were standing pretty close to each other.
And were you able to see Air Force One during the rally or on the way in? No, we were not.
I didn't see Air Force One.
No. We were already inside when it came in, and it left before we left.
Susie Yarbrough says, "Where can we see the interview afterwards with Scott Pressler?" So if you watch the actual 6 or 7 hour video, if you click the video of the actual rally coverage, which I think is called Explosive Rally in Moon Township, just go to the end, skim to the end, and it'll be there.
Apparently Gab does live streaming too. That doesn't surprise me since Twitter does their own. Gab moving that way.
Well, Twitter live stream, can you live stream or do you have to do it through Periscope?
You have to do it through Periscope, but Twitter bought Periscope, so.
Oh, Twitter owns them.
Yeah.
Norway says, "Hey Steve, I was actually showed a commercial when I came into the stream."
We won't get any because it's already been marked as not suitable for most advertisers.
Or they could show a cheap ad or something like that.
That really, it's not going to get us anything.
We get like basically nothing, no ad revenue for this.
Who's the new guy, Steve?
Who is the new guy? The new guy.
The new
Micah,
guy.
tell them who you are.
I'm Micah Messer. I worked for Right Side full time for about 6 months in 2017.
Last year.
And then I went part time after that. I do the rallies every now and then when I can.
Jack LeBeau gave 99 cents. Thank you, Jack LeBeau.
99 cents is 99 cents.
That's almost a push-up.
That's all. We're not doing that.
Thank you, Jack.
DM, you guys rock today. RSBN is the best. Love the mods and all the regular chatters. All a very loving family. God bless RSBN on all of you. Thank you, DM. Pretty much appreciate it.
And thank you, DM, for the donation. And Techno Beats made a donation that said CNN sucks. Thank you.
They said that a lot tonight. He hit the media a lot tonight.
He did, but also people spontaneously started saying CNN sucks. People really hated CNN there.
I'll say this. It's very uncomfortable when I'm up on the stage because I'm with everyone else.
He tells about the media.
And they all turn to you and people are flicking you off.
Because President Trump says, turn around and tell the media.
And they're yelling at you and stuff. And I'm like, I'm one of the good guys. But there's nothing you can do. I just have to smile on your face and keep on going.
Did any of the big news networks even have their correspondents there tonight? I didn't even see them. I didn't see like any of the CNN personalities or Fox personalities or anything tonight. So I don't know what to do.
Why is the new guy's logo on the left side of the shirt? The polo, see, is always on the left. The jacket is on the right because of the original logo of the jacket company. And the polo doesn't have one.
The North Face logo is here.
So this was original. This was before we had the jackets. And then we've got the jackets. And we've got the jackets. You can't embroider over a logo.
What came first?
It was the polo first.
The polo came first, okay.
So that's why.
Thank you, Russ JRN.
I was actually thinking about that earlier today. I noticed, I was like, oh, why is that? And I thought about it. I was like, oh, it makes sense.
Hello, Equalizer.
Squish for Trump. I actually took one of the stickers and put it on the little flip out LCD screen hanging down so people could see I wasn't the same and I wore all my RSBN gear.
Yeah.
But when everyone turns back and looks at the media, it doesn't matter. I'm all in line with them. So,
hi, Dan the Plumber. How are you? Dan made a donation. Thank you. And JC, one of our moderators. Thank you, JC.
It goes 1-4 count. Nope. Nope, not happening.
Even though JC was in the military, asked you, you're not going to do it?
I'm not going to do it.
I don't know what a 4-count military push-up is.
It's unpleasant.
Oh, really?
It's basically...
oh, you hold it for 4 count?
No. It's basically 2 push-ups.
No. All right, well,
as long as they don't ask me to do an 8-count push-up or a burpee, I'll be fine.
The moderators have to work extra hard today because there were so many people watching us. At some point, there was like 20-something thousand people watching us. Like, I saw the comments flying by.
Yeah, it was just like, I couldn't even read them.
Somebody wrote me on Twitter and was like, I was watching your chat and this, like, I think the person said like a picture of Hitler came and it didn't get deleted. And I haven't had a chance to write back, but I wanted to say, like, do you see how fast these things are going? It's like, what do you want? They're not going to catch literally everything. You know, so.
TFG, why don't I wear a CNN sucks cap? Mainly because
you're standing next to CNN.
Well, I was next to NBC tonight. Sometimes next to CNN, sometimes next to Fox. I get placed all over. I don't wear it because it's professional courtesy. Yeah. So as much as you got to understand, the people that are up there aren't usually the ones twisting or turning or anything like that. They're just doing their job. They may be people like me. They're contracted out. Yeah. They just sit up there and they do this stuff. Now, the people that are twisting and stuff are all the anchors and stuff you see, the talking heads. So don't blame the guys who are behind the cameras. They don't care just as much as anyone else. So it would be not very professional for me to do something like that.
IB Javier says, where is the woman? I'm just here for her. Well, the woman, Liz, was here, but was having a migraine. So she was nice enough to come on for a few minutes, but she is resting now. They say I look exhausted, but you're wide awake. I am exhausted. Micah's having his post-dinner high.
A post-dinner high.
You get your adrenaline rush after dinner. Mm.
Yes, that's Micah. I'm Micah. Cindy Black, $5.
Thank you, Cindy. Gosh, so remember, 2 hours and 22 minutes. You have to put forward your clocks.
Yep.
At 2 a.m., moving forward.
Apparently, Dan the Plumber had a Cabela's commercial played for your video. That would make sense, though.
Well, I think when we turned it on here, one of the ones that played was a Rick Saccone one.
Yeah, that would make sense. Those kind of, but when it says
not suitable for advertisers?
Not suitable for, it says sometimes it's not suitable for advertisers, period. You don't get any. And sometimes it's not suitable for most advertisers. So there's a few out there that
and then when they
selected.
I think when they do that, they don't like promote the video as much when they're not suitable ones, and they don't like suggest it to people. But Linda loved Belk. Linda made a donation and she said, "You rocked that rally today when Trump mentioned no one applauding crowds, and you did. No one showing crowds, and you did. I applauded." I thought of that.
I will say that when
Linda.
they said none of them were going to show that, and I immediately knew I need to pan the camera.
Did you do that right then?
I did it immediately, and so I started panning, and people saw it and pointed at me and started applauding. Yeah. So that did happen, and you can see that during the thing.
That's cool. I know you were showing because I was watching the stream some, and I saw the crowd shots.
Is this really live? Yes, Rooster. This is really live.
Norway says they get to keep their normal time a few weeks longer. But Norway, that means it doesn't get. We like when it stays light later at night. That's what I like.
Do you feel free enough when you to say what you need to say? Do you find yourself self-censoring it? I always say what I want to say because my opinion is this: if YouTube's going to censor us, they're going to censor us, no matter what we say. Yeah, it's at the point now that it honestly we can sit up here and show puppies all day, and they would still censor us. Advertisers. So we're going to say what we want to say, and we will really rely on you guys to support us, and that's what we've been doing for months. Yes, if not years.
If we had to rely on YouTube to stay in business, we would have been out of business a year ago.
Long time ago.
A bunch of people are saying Ben Franklin invented daylight savings time. I don't have the energy to look that up, but maybe I'll look it up tomorrow. Just looking at your comments here. Anything else interesting happened at the rally today? There were no inside bathrooms yet to use porta potties. No,
it's so refreshing to watch real people. We are real people.
Okay, yes, we are real people. Norway says, "I hate summertime. Costs money, costs lives, and it's a bloody idiotic system." The system of summertime? Or the system of daylight savings time, I think he means.
JC, that was a jet. And what do you mean by, hey Steve, Micah, do y'all click like yourselves?
Do we click like ourselves? I think
you mean like the video ourselves? I don't do that.
I normally don't do that.
Did a good job. I didn't. Thank you, Piso.
Eric, you keep telling me about the USA Carl Vincent docking in Vietnam to look at Chinese developments. Eric, that's not really relevant to this stream, Eric. Come on, Eric.
This SpaceX just launched. No, that was just the jet, man.
We got to see some cool planes flying low today at the airport.
He was amazed. He was like, whoa!
I still get amazed by seeing planes fly over 200 feet above us. Yeah, Eric says it's 1 a.m. in the morning. Where are you, Eric? What time zone is it 1 a.m.? Eric, do you live in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean?
Do you receive paychecks? See, I had to buy insert coverage. I would receive paychecks.
Norway really doesn't like daylight savings time.
I don't like daylight savings time. Actually, meet President Trump. No.
I've never met him.
Never met him.
Never met President Trump. There was somebody working, Brad, who used to work for RightSide, got to meet him because he set up an interview with him or something 2 years ago, right at the beginning of RightSide. So he got to meet him and talk to him.
That's right. Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yep. Anon says it's weird to see me doing, not at his desk doing the news.
It is 8:43 on the West Coast. It's crazy.
Steve G says it's 1:13 a.m. in Canada and Newfoundland.
We are happy, JC. We did have a great day. Tired, but we did have a great day.
Oh, Eric was saying he meant it's 1 a.m. because it's an hour ahead. No, it doesn't jump ahead till 2 a.m. though, Eric.
Yeah, it's weird like that.
Dennis DXN, if you want to ask about moderating, you should ask either JC or our head moderator, Jude, who's at moderator@rsbn.tv. Was Brad captured by the
There was one time when Brad was captured at one. I can't remember exactly what happened, but basically it was a misunderstanding. That's all it was. He had the camera and he was recording something, and like the Secret Service basically like arrested him because they thought he was recording like how they do their stuff. And he was like, I don't know what you're talking about, but it was an accident and he was just released, and it's fine.
Thomas Schroeder, I did walk into a bathroom once where President Trump was washing his hands, and I think we might have like nodded to each other briefly, but we didn't actually talk. That was years ago. Just reading your comments here.
Yep.
Catching up. Thank you, JC, for posting. JC, you combined the Twitter and the email address. You said at RSBN moderator at rsbn.tv. So it's moderator at that's a combination of the Twitter and the email address.
And RSBN does for builds on that.
Eric says I didn't see any protesters tonight. I saw no protesters all night. Now it was at an airport, so it's a little hard to.
Well, you didn't see any. There was one.
Oh no, I think I meant outside.
No.
So inside I thought a couple.
There's one.
One protester.
One. Yeah.
Outside I didn't see any.
And it was just one person far left, and they were taken by security and put outside immediately.
Griffin says the bathroom was not the right president to shake the president's hand. He wasn't president then, though. This was years ago. Hey, Jessica Messer's in the chat room.
Oh, yeah.
Jessica, Michael was saying how good at drawing you are. I don't know why you haven't drawn the RSBN crew yet.
Is RSBN going to Dallas for NRA in May? Is that the NRA convention or whatever? Must be.
I don't know.
We don't make those calls.
Those kind of things are hard because we have so little money, so it costs money to go. So we might try to show something from it, but I doubt we'll actually go.
Interesting question. I brainstorm.
How do we plan to adjust our coverage?
Keep doing what we're doing. Do it more if we can.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to adjust it. We just kind of just do, this is what we do.
It's more if honestly, the more support we get allows us to do more things.
Mm-hmm.
And the more things we do, the more it opens up doors to other things. And so it's just
Your wife just said she has an art studio minor.
She does.
Very nice. Jessica, Micah and I were also talking a lot about live PD tonight.
Yeah, he watches it all the time.
I watch live PD. Watch live PD, folks, if you haven't. It's interesting. Brian Horvath is in. Oh, he says, nice to meet you, Stephen Lewis. Thanks for the interview tonight. Great job. Brian is the one, I think, with the graphic design company. Brian, great meeting you. Brian's the one. Brian's the one who told me he came in at 6 and that there were still a ton of people waiting outside.
I'm not an artist. My wife is an artist. I'm not. Unless you call video stuff art, whatever.
Bye, Ophelia. She says we're mumbling. Well, what can you do?
Yeah, we're tired.
It's an long day.
My
Matthew A says, who's winning Lammers to Cone? I've seen, it's very, very close right now. Oh, she's watching it.
She's watching it right now.
Aren't you supposed to watch it together?
Yeah, we only do. Yeah.
So she didn't wait to watch it? Jesse, you couldn't wait until Micah gets home?
No.
Micah's out bringing home the bacon?
I'm
couldn't
fine.
Even wait for her?
We're good.
Jeez.
We're good.
Wow.
Jay Graham, that'd be a very bad idea if they implement an ethics clause, because that would give anyone who's in control of the government the ability to censor whoever they wish. That's why we have a First Amendment.
Brian Horvath, can you confirm that there are people waiting outside? when you came in?
What were the speaking highlights of President Trump's rally? Here for a breakdown.
Well, one of the amazing things is when he said that Chuck Todd of NBC, I won't say the actual word.
Black screen.
Was a really?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Black screen. Black screen. Gotta love YouTube. Gotta love
Thank you, YouTube. Thank you. Look at this. Look at how long it's been going on for.
It's still going.
Look at this. Look at this. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Oh, we're back now? Oh, we're back.
I want to tell people how they can complain about the black screen.
Go ahead.
Let's see if I can figure out. I know you can do it on a desktop. Is it help and playback? See, it doesn't give you... On the desktop, if you go to... Is it troubleshoot audio view reaches? No. If you're watching on a desktop and you see the black screen, you can go back to the black screen, pause it on the black screen, and if you right-click on the screen, it says, like, report a video issue or something. And then you click on that, and a form comes up, and you can fill it out and yell at YouTube. But we'd encourage you to yell at YouTube about it because they never listen to us, and this has been going on for over a year now, where they put black screens on our broadcast. It's really dumb.
Should we answer this question, though?
Which one?
When it blacked out. Talk the highlights of the talking of the speech.
Oh, I was going to say, yeah, he called Chuck Todd, well, one of the most noteworthy things is he called NBC's Chuck Todd a sleepy son of a bee.
Yeah.
He also said that that the reason, he was the reason South Korea was able to have a great Olympics, and he said like something like it's hard to sell tickets when you think you're going to get nuked.
Yeah.
Oh, look.
Oh, there it is again.
Look, folks.
Yeah. By the time they see it, though, I mean...
Joe, can you tweet about this? And folks, if you want to, tweet to YouTube, at YouTube and at Team YouTube. Tweet to at YouTube and at Team YouTube and tell them, send them a screenshot of the black screen and say, why the F can't you fix this after a year? They hate us. They hate our channel. That's really the only explanation.
You think Trump will get reelected? I don't know.
No idea.
We'll find out. We still got 2 more years to go.
He hasn't confirmed he's running yet. I mean, he says he's running now, but it's...
Well, no, he did. I know.
You know what I'm saying? It's 2 years from now, so...
He did say what he was going to put his, if he did, what he's going to put his, what do you call it? Campaign slogan. That's it.
Yeah, he did say his new campaign slogan is, for 2020 will be Keep America Great,
Keep
right?
America Great with an exclamation point.
Yep. But please, folks, if you feel like it, tweet to YouTube with a screenshot of that black screen. Tweet to YouTube and at Team YouTube and tell them how much you hate them.
Switch for
being
Trump.
Jerks.
It has been labeled as unsafe for most advertisers.
Yep. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable. As soon as we can leave YouTube and go somewhere else, we will. Believe me.
Yep.
Because they just stink.
And honestly, I need to look back into Vimeo because I know they're doing a beta testing. I'm not sure if they finished that, if they figured that out, because it would be a better platform
for a lot. And that's a lot of creators, not just us. There's all kinds of creators that are sick of YouTube because they don't have any customer service and they do BS things like they make your videos unfit for, they say they're not advertiser friendly, and then they correct it like 3 days later when you don't get any more views. And this is all kinds of creators, all kinds of creators just hate YouTube because they suck and they treat creators like crap. And they're a monopoly and they can get away with it for now, but they won't be able to forever, and they're going to be the new MySpace.
Source for Trump. Yes, every video that RSBN does is basically being listed as that.
They're just awful. They really do stink.
See, the only thing about Vimeo live streaming is you have to pay. So it's like so YouTube live stream is free. Anyone can do it, and there's some ad revenue. Vimeo has always been, there's a free account, but you have to do like their live and do the pro stuff like 1080p and stuff. Like you have to pay a certain amount of money, which makes sense business wise. It makes them where they don't have to rely on advertisers and stuff like that. It all depends on what you're doing. So it varies how much it costs. But
Susie Yarbrough says, you guys totally helped him get elected. Without your coverage of the rallies, I may not have heard his message. I followed nearly every one. Thank you, Susie, for watching. P-Cell made a donation. P-Cell says, I sent you a painting. Check it out. All right, let me see P-Cell.
Gab is not really the future of YouTube as much as it's the future of Twitter. Gab's the future of Twitter. We could go to Ustream. Ustream's just like Vimeo in the fact that it costs money. Vimeo is a little more user-friendly, though, than Ustream is. Ustream is very specific, and it only would go to the website, and yeah. There's a lot of stuff that goes behind all the different stuff. We've looked at, trust me, we've looked at
Hey, P-Cell made a little artwork of me. There. Hang on, let me see. I think he made one of everybody. Let me see. Oh, this is P-Cell. This is P-Cell's painting of Liz. That's from P-Cell. Thank you, P-Cell. I'll have to show her. Very nice.
Eric, it was. I mean, the Secret Service locks down the place where the president goes. And it was cold outside, so.
Thank you, P-Cell, for those paintings. He said he couldn't get the cameraman. Maybe now that you're on camera right now, P-Cell will do a painting of you.
Yeah, this is me.
JC, thank you for tweeting. This is a great tweet JC made. I kind of want to retweet this from the RSBN Twitter. I'm going to.
Yeah.
Joe, can we retweet JC's tweet he just sent out about the black screens? I kind of like it. It has some language in it, but I like it anyway. Now let me get back to our broadcast so I can see it. We got a few more minutes, guys, and then we got to go to bed because it's getting late and we have to get up very early for the for our plane. One plane.
Liz has a migraine, so she's asleep now. Thank you, Liz's site. MSM is dead. Are you the future? Hope so. Hope we're the future.
Oh, Swoosh made a painting too for YouTube. I can't show it on the air, but thank you, Swoosh.
P-Cell apparently is studying my face so you can paint me next.
Oh, good.
Would you on the good side or the okay side?
Is there another black screen?
There was a split second. It went away.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So we only have a few minutes, guys. Only a couple minutes. So if you have any comments, get them in now. Thank you again for all your donations. Very much appreciated. What? I know.
That's pretty funny.
Good idea. Brainstorm says, I don't think you guys fully appreciate what's coming down the pipe this year. RSBN is very well positioned for the future. Well, we'll see.
We will see.
Bob Meyer says, come visit your homies in Southern Oregon. I've never been to Oregon. I'd love to go.
I have. I've been multiple times. I spent a summer in Oregon once. At a like an outdoors adventures place. I was worked on a huge ropes course, and we did like these leadership courses out in the wilderness. It's week-long ones. It was a lot of fun.
Sounds good. Thank you, Jabbery.
Bob Meyer, we don't know about NRA. We don't make those calls.
No, I think we won't be able to afford to go, but we might show stuff from there, as we said before.
Yep. Yes, Eric, there were huge lines that turned people away. Come to Seattle. Hey, if there's a rally in Seattle, we'll think about it.
There'll surely be big protests at this rally.
Oh yeah, it would be.
I've been to Seattle in years. I like Seattle.
Oregon is beautiful. Yes, it is. unless it's raining all the time. And it gets annoying.
All right, Micah, I think we got to wrap this up.
Yep.
Because it's so late. Is Joe going to come on at all? Joe, are you coming on at the end of this broadcast?
Text me.
Let us know. Joe, do you want to talk at all for a minute? Sometimes Joe comes on at the end of our chats.
No.
Okay, Joe's done. Joe's had a very busy, tired day. So thank you, Lily Hager. So we're going to wrap this up. It's been very fun having you all with us today. And sorry we have to go to bed early, but we got to catch an early flight. There was only one nonstop, I think, tomorrow back to.
My wife wants to go see
Atlanta. Oh, she does? That's good. But thank you, Frederick Golbiowski, for saying that. Thank you, guys. And we look forward to the next rally. Oh, we'll have Tuesday night. I'll be covering the election results live, the Saccone Lamb election. So join us for that. Joseph Centeno says, KAG, keep America great, exclamation point. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, D3 Protection. Thank you, Anna Justice. Thank you, Wolf and Brian.
Let's have a Waffle House tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
We're probably not going to have time.
I don't think we'll have time. Thanks, Linda. Oh, Little Roy Fauntleroy made another donation and said, YouTube is fart effers. Thank you, Little Lord Fauntleroy. You made like 4 donations. Thank you. Good night, CG. Bye, Brainstorm. Bye, Eric. Bye, Helianos. Bye, Techno Beats. Bye, Elisa. Bye, DM. Thank you, JC, for moderating. Thank you, Davis. All right, I think we're wrapping it up, guys. Yep, it's time for bed. Set your clocks ahead at 2 a.m. But we thank you for joining us. For me, for Micah, for Liz, for Joe and Jake, thank you for watching and your support. We will see you soon. I'll see you when I get back to Atlanta, and we will see you soon for a rally, hopefully, too. But any last words from you?
Just thanks for joining us today. We appreciate the support.
Yep, and thank you for all your donations and the moderators and your messages. Okay, we're going to get to bed. Bye, guys. Have a good night.